the second year?
I think I think the first thing to say is probably for any new management team, it's very difficult to come in, bed in, and get promoted in your first year. And they've turned over two management teams in 2 years. Colm, when he departed, he would have left the squad in a very good place. And there's actually, though there's been huge turnover in the squad, there's actually a lot of experience there. So they have the experience, they have the pedigree, definitely have the talent to play in Division Two. So, like Anya said there, I'm sure they'd be disappointed, but you have to look at it and say, where did they get caught? Got caught in the first round of the league. And again, that's Peter Keane's first competitive game, his coaching staff, etc. There's a bit of bedding in time. So that'll be a result that, they'd look back on now. There'll be a few demons there from that one for sure. But that might be partly explaining it. One of the things that I think you have to be if you're going to be in Division Two is you have to be consistent. And Clare, over the last couple of years, it's happened. Maybe one of the weak points is that sometimes inconsistent in terms of the performances. And Anya mentioned there, like great wins against Kildare and Offaly. And, after a brilliant win against Kildare, to lose to Sligo, who were at a kind of a low ebb the week after, you really needed to follow up that performance. And if they had, ultimately, they would have got promoted. But I don't think it's a disaster. I think one of the advantages in Division Three, particularly when you've got turnover of players and you're trying to develop new ideas, new rules, bring lads on, is Division Three might allow you a little bit more space to experiment and to give lads a little bit more time and so on. So I don't think it's a complete disaster, though the long-term view would be you'd obviously want to be in Division Two, as Anya said. If you want to be competing in Sam Maguire, you can't be relying on hitting the Munster final every year, even though that should be a target for Clare anyway. But I think in year two, I think overall year one, Peter will be happy enough with the league campaign, how it went, and they'll really go after it next year. But we've a nice championship to come in the meantime.